Hey guys, it's V2 Vengeance, and today we have a KV2 replay. And the KV2 really, I think, is the most popular tank in World of Tanks. I mean, if someone would ask me to choose a tank that best represents World of Tanks, I would probably choose the KV2. It can be so much troll, and really this tank depends a lot on the RNG. And the RNG, after all, it's like the heart of World of Tanks. So we've got Tekneo, wrongly mispronounced, but I don't really know what nationality he is. He just one-shots Panzer SF 4C, and this game really isn't special about. In fact, he plays pretty good game, but this game is not about what he plays, but about what he receives. And a pretty lucky shot on the side of that KV1. He didn't hit the tracks because otherwise the track would have absorbed the a lot of the splash damage from the high explosive shell, but he hit the side which is only 75 millimeters thick, I think, and he penetrated. He continues one-shotting tanks. He's already on 3 kills. And as you can see, the KV2 can do the sniping job pretty easily. I think he was firing at 300 meters, which is a pretty far distance, but the KV2 can do it. And he's playing a little bit cautious right now. If I was him, I would probably have rushed after that Crusader, but he plays it safe, and it is going to pay off in the future. In the future, meaning the next 5 minutes. So he hasn't taken any damage, and he was spotted, but nobody shot at him. And his team is doing okay. Well, not really okay, because his team only killed one tank, and he one-shotted all the tanks that he was firing at, so his team until now didn't do a very big deal. But he took out the top tier tanks, except that the Hellcat, and the scores are 5-4. He can one-shot this KV1 only if he hits flat on, and the shot goes wide and hits the track, so no one-shot kill. And I'll fast forward a little bit here. And they started losing really because the scores are 6-8 and it's assault, and there are only 5 minutes remaining into the game, but a lot of things can happen in 5 minutes. This Jihei puts a couple of shots into him, but it's not a problem for the KV2. He can absorb all his hits because after all the Jihei is a Tier 5 medium, I think, or a Tier 4. It's a Tier 4. The Stug has 350 health and it's a Tier 5 tank destroyer, so yeah, it was misjudged by me. Churchill 7 puts one shot into him, and actually he can do a lot of damage to the Churchill 7 in a KV2. And if he's pointing his front at you, try to hit somehow the upper part of the tank, because you will do massive amounts of damage. He's taken a couple of shots, and he's been reduced to only 50 health, so he has to be cautious, but his team managed to pull the scores back, and it's 10-8. And even though they have to defend, so they have pretty good defensive positions. If the enemy want to attack from this direction, they can be ambushed by those 2 tank destroyers, and I'll call him Cash, and Cash in his KV2. And on the other flank, if they push on that direction, there is this tank destroyer here and the heavy tank, and if they want to go through this valley, there is this tank destroyer on this position here, which can be a pretty strong position. And I think that's the Hellcat there. So here is the T40, and I think that's the Hellcat. And if the Hellcat is hold down, it can absorb a couple of shots. So Cash here is waiting for the enemy Churchill 7 to do a move, because the Churchill 7 hasn't got a very good gun depression, and to be able to shoot Cash, the Churchill 7 has to go pretty much forward. Pretty forward, and Cash will be able to put one shot into him, and because he's firing this derp 152mm, the Churchill 7 is a one-shot kill, even if he hits the track. This is the majesty of the 152mm. And the Churchill is coming. He's relying on his armor, but you never have to rely on your armor when you're facing a KV2, especially when you have 141 health. Pretty tricky shot. He's coming forward and gotcha. So 5 kills, and they've totally got this game into their pockets. 14-10. The last enemy is a VK, and he was last spotted somewhere around here. Cash might get the kill, but if the VK is on full health, he has to roll very high and he has to penetrate. And there are only 40 seconds of game left. The VK is only on 42%. This might be a one-shot kill. He's aiming. I would have taken the shot right now. I would have made a clutch shot. And the VK dies. And Cash and his allied Hellcat both score 5 kills, and with 27 seconds remaining of game they win. But this replay is not special on what he did in the game, but on the stats. So let's see, and you're not going to believe this, only if you saw the thumbnail of the video. 1,045,000 credits, 664 credits, and a tank sniper in a KV2, high caliber medal, and Masterbush first class, only first class. And this was a 3,500 experience game on a double. What happened here is he got that mission, monthly mission, that gave you 500,000 credits. He probably received another mission that gave him probably 25,000 credits, and the rest was made by him. And he didn't probably manage to do 75,000 credits, even though he scored 3,000 damage. I'm betting on a 150,000 mission bonus plus a 500,000 mission bonus. So he got, without any mission, he got about 50,000 credits. With the 2 missions, he got 700,000 credits, and with the premium account he got 1,050,000 credits. Usually the premium account should have applied only to the mission itself, only to what he did, so not the mission. And I think it was a little bug on World of Tanks calculating the credits, because if he scored 650,000 credits on missions and 50,000 on battle, he should have made 725,000 credits, because the missions do not apply to the premium account bonus. But what happened here seems that the premium account bonus has been applied to all the credit that he received. So I think that was a bug, but 1 million credits, wow. And the KV2 again in action. When you play the KV2 you get 1 million credits and tank sniper, because this is what the KV2 is made for, sniping and farming credit. This is a tank that receives more credits than a Tyrite premium tank, and is better at sniping than a Waffenträger of E100. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Please like, comment and subscribe for more videos, and have an awesome day.